Well, being a TA, it's amazing and interesting in a different way of seeing it on the opposite end of from when you're the student and you're receiving all this information. As the TA, you're able to step back a little bit, look over the class, and you're seeing how everyone is grasping all the lessons you're going through. And I think the most impactful thing for me happened when I was able to help during the studio class. When I did it, I didn't have a formal architecture background. So you have a mix of students, a mix of backgrounds, and everyone's so engaged with understanding why did they do this with that building? Or, oh, look at that cornice, let me draw that. I might use that in my design. It's just amazing to watch and also to be a part of. Really, you get 3 weeks of learning, and that last week is finalizing your drawings and then presenting it to a panel of amazing architects who then can give you feedback too. So that's also great to see and to learn from as well. Training to be a TA really, for me, was a chance to revisit everything that I had learned the previous year. And one of my professors this year said the key to learning is repetition, just revisiting the basics of and the building blocks of classical architecture really, I think, helped me in my designs to be more confident. The more comfortable you are with them, the more comfortable you are with adapting them and then recognizing what other architects have done as well. And also being able to TA, I was able to TA for a number of classes, so I was able to revisit proportions and wash rendering and help with the studio and go help with measured drawings. I was awarded the David M. Schwartz Internship and Traveling Fellowship and was very excited and appreciative of that opportunity. And I'm currently in Provincetown studying the public and semi-public spaces in town. And although this year is very different with the coronavirus and there are definitely fewer people, however, the spaces are still there. And the interesting thing is the spaces I was looking at are outdoors, and those are the healthier spaces. So people are still using them. And I'm still using the same skills that I learned. Many of them learned for the first time with measured drawings during the summer studio. I'm looking more at the urban scale now, but the same principles apply, like taking a section of buildings and comparing the street widths and really understanding the architecture in context to other buildings. And those were all things that were introduced to me during the summer studio. And now it's exciting to see years later how I've progressed, but how those skills are still so relevant and now helping me with this research, but then also for my thesis later this coming year. So excited for that. It really set me up, I think, for success in grad school now, but then also through internships that I've been in. I've used the same tools and the same elements that I've learned in the studio in New York. The thing that I keep coming back to the most is just how great a variety there is in classical architecture. There's a wealth of designs that can come from those fundamental building blocks. In the studio, you see that from one desk to the next, that these students are all applying it in different ways. And I think that's also reinforced with the office visits and tours that the ICAA schedules during the summer studio. I appreciated so much that it was showing that classical architecture and traditional architecture is still alive and well. It's not just a history lesson. We're not just looking at old buildings, but this building was designed 5 years ago, or this building is being built right now. These are projects that are happening all over the country. And so that it is still alive and that people are still designing. And it's really a continuation even to this day of architecture, that there is no break, that you can take contemporary ideas and traditional ideas and continue building.